Hey guys, this is going to be a quick video on how to put together the soldering stand. So what we have here laid out is everything you will receive when you get your package. You're going to have your 4 legs, 4 wing nuts, 4 washers, which you should also have a couple of extra, but for the tutorial video I'm just using the 4. Your custom screen, your frame, you'll get 2 stickers in there, and then our 2 top guides that hold the screen down to the frame. So these things are a little bit tricky to put together, so that's why I'm making this video. So yeah, let's kind of break right into it. I'm going to go ahead and move these stickers off to the side. Okay, first things first, with the frames, I had a feeling people would bring up that the edges weren't folded, and then there are some rough edges that are semi-sharp. The reason why I didn't do the folds is because these guides wouldn't be able to evenly distribute pressure. I already tried it with the folds and it just didn't work. What it did is it started to bend the legs inward. So hence why I made the top guides. Once you set this on there, you'll see that once the guides are in place, they cover the edges on the outside, and the insides are just about inside of the frame. So running your hands across all edges, you shouldn't touch any of these anyways. And I think you guys will be okay. Most of the time this stuff will be hot anyway, so it's not like you're going to be touching it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, first things first is getting the legs in the frame. So these are internally threaded with set screws, and these are 1/4-20. That's the thread on these, are 1/4-20. So what you want to do is you want to start by getting these all in there. Now the holes and the set screws, the tolerance on these is extremely tight. So getting them in, you want to kind of just wiggle them in there. And you can basically screw them in, but you want to screw them in, you know, so that they don't undo the screws from them. Okay, so now that you have the legs in there, what you're going to want to do is then put your screen on. Okay, now that you have your screen on, you're going to want to take your guides, set those in place, and just kind of wiggle the legs back and forth until the frames kind of drop down. Like I said, the tolerance on these guys is real tight, so it's going to take some maneuvering on your part to kind of get them down. Okay, so once you kind of got them on there, the set screw, or the wing nuts, will pull the remaining amounts down. Okay, kind of wiggle these and it'll kind of screw its way through that powder coat, almost tap it in a sense. Like I said, the tolerance on these bad boys is real tight. So with a little finagling, you'll be able to screw these dudes together pretty simply. Alright, now that you've got most of this on there, you're going to want to take your washers. This helps distribute the pressure from the wing nut. You want to put that on all 4 corners. And then start putting your wing nuts on. You don't want to tighten them down yet, just get them on there, okay? And then out of habit, if you've worked on automotive parts or anything like that, you've learned to always zigzag pattern when you're tightening things down. Now, since this side is up higher, I'm going to tighten that side down first. That's going to help me pull that leg through. I don't want it real tight, I just want to snug it up. And over to this corner. And then I can come over here. Sorry, you might hear my little ones in the background. I'm working from home today. Okay, kind of snug this one down, and then snug that one down. And now that you've basically got it, what you can do is 1/4 turn, 1/4 turn, 1/4 turn. And now that you got those all all the wing nuts 1/4 turned, you'll see that the frame is now rigid. It's sturdy. and you're ready to go. So one of the things you can also do, if you'd like, is to do this process just reversed with the guide plates on the bottom. And without taking everything apart, I'll show you what the frame would then look like. And as you can see, if you were to do the same thing with the frame on top, then all you would see is the frame, the wing nuts and washers in the corners, and it has a little bit more of a covered, you know. And that's basically how it'll look. But I kind of like this look. And we have our logos on there. If for some reason that catches your eye and it bugs you, you can always just flip the top guide over. And I'm going to send a couple of extra washers in case there's any wiggle or anything and something's not 100%, you know, within a thousandths tolerance as far as the legs go, and there is a little bit of wobble that's driving you nuts. I'm going to send you an extra washer and just find out which leg it is, and then take the leg and everything out and put a washer underneath. It'll extend the length of the leg, and it'll give you some more of a sturdy sit. Or you could just throw some sort of a shim underneath it if you're just going to set it in one place and not really mess with it all too much other than soldering. So now that you have it put together, that's about it. And basically what it's going to do is, you can imagine I have a torch under my hand. Like I said, I'm working from home right now, so I don't have my soldering torch with me. But this gives you plenty of room to heat evenly from underneath to do any kind of sweat soldering. Or you can come, you know, up top, solder from the sides, solder from a specific angle underneath. If you're soldering a butt joint, then you just kind of want to get this area done. It gives you plenty of room. You have a working area of 5x9, I believe is what it is, because the diameter of the outside is 6x10. Yeah, so it's a 5x9 inside. And that's that. There's your soldering stand. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment or send us an email at buffalorutlandcompany.com. Have a good day.